Hello, everybody. How are you tonight?
Howdy.
Obviously, no video music because I can't figure out how to make it work on this StreamYard anymore. Okay.
Sorry about that.
There's 3 blow-ups for every.
There.
Sorry about that, y'all. I hope it didn't reverb too much.
Sorry, y'all.
I've been letting you know for the past 4 or 5 minutes that I count down. So it's like,
I already had it up. I normally have it muted.
Yeah.
That's on me, folks. Sorry.
Oh, man. So let's do a rundown on everybody in here tonight so far that I know of. We've had Miss Melinda Dobson, who was first. And then let's see, looks like there was Miss Rita at the Quilted Chicken Farm, and also Rita's Race and the Mr. Terry's channel. I can't remember what you called him on there, but
Indiana Chris, Teresa K, Melinda Dobson, Josie.
Yeah. Miss Rita will not be in tonight. She's got family things going on. And we have a new person in here tonight, Miss Fish Jenkins. Welcome in, Fish.
Fish Jenkins.
You got the perfect name because I love fish. That's one of my all-time favorite foods. And let's see again, we got Sampy in here and Josie. I remember seeing Josie down here. And there's the piggy. And I'm just scrolling to make sure I hadn't missed anybody. I know Piggy's called off a few. There's Miss Kathy, Katie Spirit. And try to tell everybody hi beforehand. And there's Indiana Chris. Mr. UDX 1313 himself. And Miss Teresa Jukowitz. Always good to see y'all in here.
Good to see everybody.
I'm saying. Well, see your names anyway, because I can't see you.
Who says I can't?
And
Make them sit there and wonder.
like Miss Melinda says, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Y'all, we like them thumbs ups. All right, as everybody knows, we always start off with a little bit of talking before we get into the trivia. And trivia tonight is kitchen utensils alphabet. We enjoyed doing the food alphabet last week, so we're doing the kitchen utensils this week. And you never know, this next week, we might do restaurants. How about that? Restaurant alphabet. Let's see what we can come up with there. I will tell you, instead of 26 questions tonight, there will only be 25. There was only 2 things that came up under the letter X. One was xylitol, which is not a utensil; it is a kitchen. It is an ingredient. And the other was a Jingping knife, and I didn't know if anybody would have ever heard of a Jingping knife. So I did not do those. But fork don't begin with A, Melinda. Chris says colander, first answer in the dark. Oh, but this is Saturday, and hope to have fun tonight. Piggy and I have made it through another week, and we are starting into a new month. Oh my! So finished out the month of July, and now we're into the month of August. Piggy has picked out the place he's going to go on his birthday next week, or next weekend.
Well, we talked about it. She looked up, found out there's one close by.
Yeah. And not that far away, very close. within what, about 25 miles or so?
But it said first answer is 4. Chris said Collingers, first answer in the dark.
Now, Chris, that's where we went for my birthday. You want to tell them where we're going, Piggy?
Place called Jonathan's Bar and Grill. That's the
And
name of it, right?
it is Jonathan's Bar and Grill, and they have a huge menu.
Owned by the same man who owned the one that I went to up in Franklin, Tennessee, just outside of Nashville, Tennessee. And went there once for a weekend. Got a hotel to just eat there over the weekend. I met him one night while there. We was talking. He asked me how I come across it. I told him how I come across it. And asked where I was from. I told him where I was from. Where he's at, it takes like 2.5, 3 hours to get there from here. I told him it takes that to where I was at. And he thought that was nice. I said, yeah, I got a load of you once. I said, we came back up, got a hotel for the weekend, so we could eat here for the weekend. He cocked his head, looked at me funny, he said, you got a hotel just to come eat here over the weekend. I said, yeah, you got great food. Wish there was one close. Well, now there's one close.
Yeah, no side. He's over just across Tennessee. I think he's got like 8 or 10 locations now.
Yeah. So, cause I'm here to tell you, folks, he got some good food. At least he did then.
Yeah.
That's been quite a few years ago.
That was
all before Lee.
Yeah, that was before we got together. That was when he was with Thing Two.
Been a good 12, 15 years. If it's half as good as it was then, it'll be worth it.
Yeah, Kathy, the alphabet series thing that I'm doing is I go through the alphabet, A through C. Each letter will be, like on question number 1, I'll start with the letter A, and then whatever I call, whatever the topic is, whether it's kitchen utensils, food, restaurants, whatever, the first, that answer would start with the letter A. Number 2, which would be letter B, it would start with the letter B, and so on. So whatever the answer is, it's going to start with that letter corresponding to the number of question I'm on. And that's what we were doing last week on the food, is doing the alphabet on the food. And that's what I was saying. This week, we only have 25 of the 26 because I could not find a utensil or anything in that regard that started with the letter X. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this because Piggy has been talking about Jonathan since we got together. And we just never had the opportunity to go to Franklin to eat.
Now they're close enough for us to go there.
Yeah, it's listed as Chattanooga, but technically it's Eastridge. So just, what about, like I said, about 25, 30 miles up the road? Something like that. I don't know if he's even paying attention to me now.
What's that?
I said it's what, 25, 30 miles up the road from here?
Depends on how we go.
Okay.
There's a shorter route that Dana takes to get down here to us.
Yeah.
We need to figure out what that is.
Well, we can look it up and check it out
Yeah.
and see. Because I don't want to go interstate for sure.
Well, we wouldn't go interstate. Always way around. We go up Rango, hit 41, go around. Could go Addison Road to Brainerd Road. And then go through Brainerd, back over to East Ridge and back down. There should be a shorter way.
Yeah. Well, we'll look it up and see.
We could probably looking at least 20 miles anyway to go.
Okay. I just wondered. Okay. Let's see. What else are we talking about tonight? Oh, what is it? Yeah, my mind went. Zoop. I had something in my mind and it just went. Oh man. Yes, yay, game night. And don't think I hadn't been seeing y'all's answers because I have. Um, I saw Apple Core by Chris. I saw Apron by Teresa. Chris can't make some good bar food. If I mean they have bar food and a regular menu as well. But like I said, they have uh, everything from quesadillas to steaks uh, to egg rolls to you name it, they got it. And I was looking at it, like, wow. I just don't eat off their appetizer menu because they've got sliders and everything on that. That sounded good. Melinda telling Tracy a good one, Tracy, but not a utensil. $3.51 Cleveland, welcome in. Y'all, I can't believe it's August already. And you know, I have not finished my cookbook from last year yet, the Signature Dish Cookbook. I am thinking very seriously about staying up tonight and getting it finished out. I've got all the recipes in there. I just got to do the little intros like for each channel that I normally do and tell a little bit about each channel. And I get that done, I'll have that thing ready to go. And I'm hoping to get it done the next couple of days. So it'll be done and over with for the year. Amazing Grace, welcome in. Teresa says a handheld tool designed for food preparation, cooking, and serving. Well, according to Mama Linda, it is anyway. She's always telling me it's rigged, it's rigged. Linda says she just ate a ham salad sandwich, so talking about food would not make me hungry. Well, that didn't work.
Amazing Grace.
Mama Bear Christine, howdy, darling.
Mama Bear.
Happy Saturday to you too, Amazing Grace. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Piggy's birthday.
She sounds married.
Amazing Grace, yeah, she's been in several times. You say that every time you see her name.
I'm still getting used to her.
Yeah.
You know me, it takes a while to get to know.
She says, hey, Piggy. No, actually, he's going to be 6, Chris.
6.
Well, if you invert the numbers, you know.
Oh, invert? Yeah. No, I don't want to be 6 again. I'll take 6 and thank you very much.
Yeah. Piggy turned 60 this year, the big 6-0. Mama Linda will not be here tonight. She let me know earlier. I don't know if it's due to her not feeling well or she's got things in process because I know she said something about she was finishing up cleaning her house, cleaning the house up so that she could move. So I'm not sure where she is at in that process, but she did let me know earlier she will not be here tonight. So she did say for Melinda and Josie to take care of everything tonight, make sure chat room's fine. So, but I've got confidence in all of you that all of you'll make chat room well tonight.
And no, Chris, I wouldn't even want to be 39 again.
Cheryl Murdoch, welcome in. Long time no see, my darling.
Girl Murdoch. Home from work. How's everybody? I had too much crap between 39 until Medellin to have to go back through. No. I'll take my 60.
Most definitely, Chris. I've had my plenty of PET scans myself, so I totally understand. Everybody that believes in prayer, please keep Miss Alice in your prayers. Chris says she's going for a PET scan on Tuesday. And for those of you who do not know who Alice is,
that's what they did to me that night.
She is Chris's lady.
PET scan. What they did to me that night for my neck?
They did CT on you because they couldn't do it in MRI, I don't think. The PET scan is done through, it basically looks for radicals, cancer radicals.
Oh.
It is a specified test.
Well, this was kind of like the ring of an MRI, but it's just the ring.
That's the CAT scan.
That's a CAT scan?
That is a CAT scan.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you're very welcome.
They put me through it, put me in that thing.
Chris, you're a good guy, but I have to tell you, you got a good lady with you because I know we're friends on the Facebook as well, and I've seen how long y'all been together.
Okay, you said she's 46 years old. Oops, I got the numbers backwards.
It is confirmed tonsil cancer. Oh, honey, I feel for her.
What?
It's confirmed tonsil cancer.
Ooh.
Yeah, I remember you saying that she had been in the hospital because of her tonsils. You had taken her to the ER, so I think it was.
They hadn't got past the tonsils, get them things out.
Chris said they've been together for 15 years. He and I are running up close on you on that, and we've been together for 12 and a half as a couple and married, and
we were 10 now and married.
10, yeah, a little over 10 and some odd months married, and then we got together in February 2013 as a couple, but we were talking before that, so yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we were on the down low there for the first little while because I was with a murderous itch.
Yeah, he was with Bang at that time.
And y'all know I didn't mean itch.
Yeah. All right, y'all. It is about time to get started on this trivia stuff we got going on. So let me swap pages over here. I gotta go from one to the other. And I've got my questions up ready to go. We will pull up the first picture. And I will tell you, all of these that I'm pulling up the pictures for the utensils, they came when I typed in kitchen utensils. These are the items that came up for kitchen utensils, okay? Letter A, number 1. This is a protective garment worn over the front of one's clothes to keep them free from spills and stains. What is it? Chris says apron. And I know Miss Tracy's done said apron. Her first answer was apron. Josie says apron. And Cheryl says apron. Melinda says apron.
Gee, that just don't know how in the world they'd ever guess that's what that was.
I'm saying Fish says apron.
I mean, good gracious.
And I will tell you, I was going to do the apple core, but when I saw that, I was like, this is fitting because up until just the past year, I was wearing an apron all the time. And of course, we know this is an apron. We know what an apron looks like. But I've still got my aprons in there. I probably need to start wearing them again.
Yeah, with things coming up.
Yeah. Teresa laughing at you. Yeah.
We're going to look into it first.
Okay. Oh, this is what I'm looking for. Yeah. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy. Last week, I had a hard time getting used to where everything was because they had my screen on my laptop, little bitty screen or picture, so I could barely see it. Yeah, Kathy, I understand, but it was in that list of utensils, so I chose it. This week, they got that little bitty one back up big where I can see things again, and now I'm having to find everything else again. So I don't know what's going on with this. It's like every week, StreamYard changes the layout on my page.
Probably hit something different this time. Tina!
Hi, Tina. Welcome in, darling.
Where's Blicky?
Oh, man. Let me get in here.
Miss Jenkins, if you don't know who Blicky is, that's not her actual name. That's not her actual YouTube channel name. If you check out Rainy Ridge, there's Tina there. You will soon come to find out who Blicky is.
Yeah.
She might tell you.
Since we left her at home, laugh out loud.
Oh, you're not at home?
Y'all always leaving her at home. Poor Jessie.
Well, she's old enough. I think she might could take care of herself.
All right, on to number 2, y'all. We'll go ahead and get going with number 2. Letter B. This is used for mixing, serving, and eating food. What is it? Chris says bowl. And even though it says kitchen utensils, it's basically anything that can be utilized in the kitchen is what I'm going for, because there's some things on here that everybody might not consider a utensil per se. Because we're in Joplin meeting halfway with some friends for our live at 7. Oh, cool. Melinda says bowl. Fish says bowl. It says when we were kids, we were our grandmother's aprons. Wore our grandmother's aprons as hero page. Yeah. Amazing Grace says bucket. Then he says, y'all may know them. We may. We just may. Teresa says bowl. I don't remember my granny ever wearing an apron, to be honest. I do remember my granny wearing clam diggers and knee shorts. But other than that, and she had a pair of sky blue knee shorts that she loved. And she wore them sky blue knee shorts with a red button-up blouse that had a white like polka dot design on it that wasn't polka dots, like little birds or something. Well, everybody that said bowl got this correct. It is a bowl. Did you hear what I said about what Tina wrote? Said they're in Joplin meeting halfway with some friends for their live at 7.
Oh, okay.
And she said we might know them. And I thought, no. And I figure we probably do. I don't know. I mean, there's so many to be. We know who they are.
I don't know. We'll find out, I reckon.
Yeah.
I
Melinda,
might peek in.
Melinda said my granny never took her apron off. I think she slept with it on. Like I said, never remember my granny wearing an apron. Now, my mama, before she met my stepdad, my mom never wore shorts. She never wore pants. She always wore a dress. And I can remember one dress that she wore a lot. It was a pink looking dress. No judgment here with Tish Ross, the podcast. Hello, Miss Tish.
Purdy!
How's Miss Purdy and Mr. Pooch tonight? Get in here and get this. All right, we are on to number 3, which is the letter C. This item's primary function is to separate solids from liquids. What is it? And I believe Chris has done gave the answer for this one, or gave an answer for this one. Elgin Benz, welcome in.
Elgin!
And for many of y'all that don't know who Elgin is in the fishing community.
Chris, there's your one for your answer earlier.
And he has a great channel. I'm doing great, Elgin. Doing great. I hope you are as well. Chris at dress, apron, hairnet. That was my granny. But see, my granny didn't wear the hairnet or the apron. Well, she didn't wear the dress, apron, or hairnet. But I remember her pinning her curls throughout the week because she would go on Saturdays and get her hair fixed. And she'd use them little weird looking clips and she'd twirl her hair into curls and pin them. And that's how she would sleep at night with a scarf tied around her head. I remember that. Fish says colander. Tish said colander.
Fish and dish.
We're doing good, Tish. We are doing good. As far as I know, Piggy's doing good.
If I weren't, wouldn't matter. That'd be like, I could complain, but it wouldn't do no good.
Wouldn't change that, would it?
No.
Chris says colander. Cheryl said strainer. Melinda says, colander.
I call them strainers too.
But we're on letter C, so.
No.
Chris will be right back, okay?
The rose by any other name.
She said West Virginia calls it a strainer.
Like I said, a rose by any other name is still a rose.
And it is a colander.
Colander is just a fancy name for strainer.
Salon in Cebuano. Okay. Hold on.
Salon and Cebuano?
Yeah. Well, I don't know what that means, I assume, but I'm learning new words.
Elgin, I only know English, bad English, and worse English. Only halfway know English.
I know Southern English. That's about as far as it gets.
Like I said. Katie says she uses a stainer to drain my bacon grease. What's a stainer?
Use a colander to drain my pasta. Oh, boy. Let's see, that's me. Yeah. Yeah, this is what I put up with 24/7, 365, pretty much.
Well, the only drawback of being a smart A, is you women tend to learn and learn more quickly and become better.
Just asking.
She's learned pretty well from a pretty good master. Guess what? Yeah, you know where I'm going with that.
Oh, you can put that pan on low pedia.
Yeah, I do that.
I'm getting a little stuffy over here, y'all.
I'll put it on medium.
Well, low will be fine. I just need something to circle
Medium will
with.
get to you better.
Okay.
If it's too much, I'll cut it back.
Okay. I just gotta have a little air flowing.
Okay, sis, you got bed set it.
Yeah,
Well, ain't that what it's all about?
it is. We are on to question number 4. See who all knows what this is. Number 4. This item is heavy bottomed with a tight fitting lid to help retain heat and moisture. What is it?
You'd be right on that, Fish Jenkins.
Yep, the strainer has smaller holes. A colander has bigger holes. The water will strain quicker. Melinda says Dutch oven. Dana says Dutch oven. Yeah, I've actually got 2 handheld strainers, and I've got a metal colander that I use a lot, and I've got a plastic colander several plastic colanders that I sometimes use. Fish says Dutch oven. I want me a Dutch oven. Anybody saying Jethro lately? He's usually in by now. But he might be busy doing something else.
He might be.
Josie says Dutch oven. I tell you what, every time the power goes out, you want one of these. Here's your little campfire. Best thing you can do. Well, let's see. Dutch ovens are named after the sand casting technique used by Dutch artisans, which inspired British industrialist Abram Darby to create these versatile cooking pots in the early 18th century. It says the term Dutch oven is somewhat misleading as it does not refer to a specific type of oven, but rather to a thick-walled cooking pot with a tight-fitting lid. Does that answer the question? Teresa says colander, then Teresa says Dutch oven. Chris says Dutch oven. And this is a Dutch oven. Oh, you're welcome, Melinda. Hey, I learned something. I didn't know why it was called that. Y'all come up with good questions. I'm going to research and find out because if one don't know and I don't know, then
And y'all know I ain't gonna know.
yeah, might as well put the answer out there. Others might not know either. But I'm going to tell you right now, I've seen these ceramic coated Dutch ovens. Hey, Treasure Hunter Neil, welcome in.
Treasure Hunter.
And I'd much rather have just the cast iron Dutch oven. That way, I know I could, if I had to cook outside with it, I could just set it on the fire and not worry about it.
Yep.
Put that thing on the grill or set up a little campfire. You know, something cooking. And what I like about it is you can cook beans in that thing too.
Hey, Arizona. That's a fire.
Yeah. I like the fact that, you know, if you want to brown bread or something in it, that you can put coals on top of it, but you can put coals on top of it to help cook everything. My former boss cooked for us at work on one of them outside on charcoals on the ground. Yeah. You get your fire going, and to make sure you have an even cook, you put some coals on top of that flat lid. That's it, Melinda, right there. That's it. You never learn unless you ask questions. And you know what? They'll tell you, don't ask a stupid question. Well, there are no stupid questions except for the unasked questions.
Great Spirit said her Dutch ovens are magnolite.
Never heard of that one. Isn't that something? I think I've heard of Magnolite in uh, flashlight cases.
That's what I was thinking. But I don't know. I don't know too much about too many kitchen things as it is, much less all the variations.
Chris said breakfast casserole. Yeah, that's something definitely I would love to have. Yeah, Melinda, you can cook anything, and I'd love to have a set of them. Get me about 2 or 3. I know they're heavy, but I would truly love. Yeah, because if your power goes off for a few days, you know, and you don't have any way to cook, that would be an awesome way to cook is to have some Dutch ovens that you can put on the fire and feed you and anyone around you that needs something to eat. Okay, let's see who knows what number 5 is. Letter E. Letter E. This is a manual or electric kitchen tool that is used on eggs, batters, or to emulsify sauces. What is it? Letter E.
I remember those.
Mm-hmm.
One, never could get one.
Oh, I would love to have one. Melinda said open fire. Yeah. Melinda says egg beater. Chris says F beater. Okay, I know you mean egg beater. Trish else says beater. Chris says egg and egg beater. Cheryl says egg beater. Teresa says egg beater. Yeah, I would. I'd love to have one because it's like I said, you never know when power goes off for days on end. But when it comes to baking eggs, I use forks. You know. Fish says egg beater. Teresa says egg beater. Teresa's waving at everybody. Chris says I use a whisk. I just use a large fork. To me, it works better. I have it at a certain angle I work at with it, and I have used a fork to beat eggs since I was a kid because that's what my mama used. Piggy uses a whisk most of the time. He's beating eggs for me.
What?
Bless you.
Brr! I started using forks after what you showed me.
Okay. After him seeing Miss Joy and seeing that I use the same way Miss Joy does, he uses a fork now.
Yep.
I have one that belonged to my grandmother. It's more than just to beat eggs.
Woo!
Yeah, it's like it said, you can make sauces, batters, all sorts of stuff with it. I think you can even beat up a meringue with it if you got the patience.
Thank you, Melinda.
But everybody that said egg beater better, it is right. It is an egg beater. Love them egg beaters. Okay, I don't know what's going on my screen, so give me just a second to figure it out. There we go. Yeah, fish. I haven't seen one either. I guess now when I was looking up the utensils for tonight's live stream, I did see some for sale. I just don't know where they're at, but it had the prices underneath them. So I would say, if anybody's interested and wants one, just Google egg beater, kitchen utensil egg beater, and see what it pulls up, and go from there. Neil says, I just fixed grilled cheese sandwiches on the cast iron skillet. Hey, that'd be good. I rarely ever use my cast iron skillet because y'all seen, if you watch my videos, you've seen my big cast iron skillet. That's the only one I got now. And it's just too heavy for me to deal with. But if I'm making like grilled cheese or something like that, I tend to use my griddle. I have people get my griddle out and I'll just cook them all at one time. All right. Excuse me, y'all. I did not go to bed until 5 o'clock this morning. I was up doing these questions. So I went to bed at 5 and got up at around 2 o'clock this afternoon. And I probably won't go to bed until about 5 o'clock again in the morning for the simple fact that I'm going to get that cookbook done so I can get it posted and get it taken care of. I have procrastinated long enough on finishing my cookbook, and I need to get it done. Like I said, I've got all the recipes in there. I just got to
Thank you, Teresa.
finish it up.
Lady says she got a cast iron skillet that fits over 2 gas stove eyes.
Yeah, I've seen those. My Aunt Elsie's husband, Walter, he bought one for my Aunt Ruthie. Now, take into account,
I ain't never seen one that big.
it's like this right here, Piggy. It's
More
got
like
a double
a
handle. They're double
More
handle.
like a griddle.
No, it's about that deep and about that big around with double handles on the side, grabbing handles like this right here.
How about being able to cook a lot of food in that?
My aunt made cornbread in it, and we all sit down that cornbread and buttermilk. And she would take, and if she's going to cook something and wanted to conserve energy as far as cutting back on her light bill, during the wintertime, they had a wood stove. And it was one of these metal wood stoves. You had to feed it from the side, and it had the air. So she kept a pot of water on it as a humidifier. And she took that big pot or that big skillet, and she stuck it on top of that cook stove, and she slow cooked some beans or something in it. It was big. Yeah, I had pancakes, bacon, anything. And she didn't turn that cornbread out. We just took a big old spoon and dug it out of the skillet. It was just, like I said, it was a big skillet. He paid like, I want to say $50 or $60 on clearance at the Lodge store up in South Pittsburgh.
How many years ago?
It would have been somewhere between 2011 and 2012, so about 13.
You probably get it for about 100, 150 now on clearance.
Yeah, it's about 13, 14 years ago. I think it was the latter part of 2011 because she died about a year after he bought it for her. But she died November 2012. She died the Sunday after Thanksgiving that year. Leonard Mountain Homestead, Chris and Amy. Welcome in, Miss Amy.
Amy!
Melissa, I had one too. Kathy, my mother-in-law, gave it to me. I told my husband his mama gave it to me to hit him in the head. That's right. Hey, you got it going. You know that. Well, my granny always told me there's two things that iron skillet's used for, and one of them ain't cooking. And when I said, well, what's the second thing, Granny? She said, it's to pop them across the head when they don't listen to you. Said, yes, ma'am. And I didn't argue because I'd heard some things that my granny had done when somebody had dared her. My uncle, my mom's oldest brother, had dared my granny to throw a butcher knife at him one time. Because she was threatened. She told him, she said, I'm going to take this and I'm going to whip you with it. And he said, I dare you to throw it at me. She said, Pete Artist, you don't want me to do it to you. You won't do it. You pay chicken, you're afraid you'll hit me. She threw it and knocked it right between his toes. He never dared that woman do another thing.
And you can tell she knew how to throw that thing when she got it between his toes.
Oh, yeah, Kathy. Picking up that double-handled big boy. Even back then when I had the strength to do it, it was hard. My Aunt Ruthie couldn't lift it. She had to get my uncle to lift it for her. Michael Wayne. And there ain't no way I could lift that thing today.
I might could, but I'd have a hard time with it today. Might have been once upon a time I could have done it, no problem.
That kind of skill is one that it would take me and Piggy both to lift. Oh, yeah. I can definitely see that, Melinda. Most definitely. There ain't no way. But I bet it made some good fried chicken. We are on to number 6, y'all. Letter F. This kitchen tool helps pour liquids or fine ingredients into containers with a small opening. What is it?
Looks like what I'd use to put oil in the car with.
Chris says funnel. I would love to go to the Lodge store up in South Pittsburgh again. As long as I had money. Amy says funnel. Melinda says funnel. Teresa says funnel. Cheryl says funnel. Fish says funnel. She was my best friend at times. Oh, you better believe it. I know that for a fact, Cheryl. I got 3 of them, 3 different sizes. Linda says, no car oil, Piggy.
No, I don't use hers.
Yeah, okay, Kathy, I've got one of those too. She said, got to have a wide mouth funnel for candy.
Belinda, I don't want that kind of whoop.
Yep, Cheryl, no mess. No mess unless you're not paying attention to what you're putting in the container you're putting it in and you cause it to overflow. And that's usually my problem right there. But everybody said funnel. We know it's a funnel. We got it right.
That's why Guess Who gets to do a lot of funneling.
That's it. Yeah, definitely got to have a wide mouth funnel for canning. I need to do some canning, but I got to get the stuff to can that I want to can. I'm thinking about making some jam and jellies. I've seen a recipe using grape juice, sugar, and pectin. I think it is pectin. um, to make grape jelly. And I sit there thinking to myself, if you can do that with grape juice, you should be able to do it with like that cranberry juice and other juices along those lines. With white grape jelly, white grape juice, and other things to make jellies. I'm thinking about checking into it because I get tired of grape jelly all the time. Don't get me wrong, it's good. I just get tired of it. Amy said she needs to do some canning too. Chris is pectin. Yeah, you know, something like that Sure Gel or stuff like that. It's called, I believe it's called pectin.
What you told me was.
Yeah. Well, this is, cran grape juice. Yeah, things like that. The cran grape, cran cherry, uh, the white grape juice. You can find just plain cherry juice, you know. I would love to try something like that as a jam or jelly. Get some apple juice and make homemade apple jelly. They said we always use Surge. Huh.
Never heard of that. Of course, then I ain't a cook.
Isn't Surge like a drink that came out years ago, similar to Mountain Dew? I mean, it's got a good flavor because I can remember drinking it. The only pectin I can ever find, Kathy, is in the little boxes. It's in a pack. Oh, Melinda, that sounds good. Cran pineapple. Chris says, sure, gel. How did I get off on Canon? I tell you what, funnels. That's what got me off on Canon. Always does. Something always gets me sidetracked. Okay, sure, just like that. Yeah, I thought that's what it was. But I really need to see about doing some stuff like that. We're on to number 7, letter G. Let's see what everybody knows what this is. This utensil is designed to efficiently crush part of the alum family. What is it? And then this is wax sealer on top. Yeah, my granny used to do the wax on top years ago. Neil says almond press. Melinda says garlic press. Answer is going to be starting with the letter G. So Cheryl says garlic press. Josie said almond press. Fish says garlic press. I don't have one of these, but I would love to have one of these. Chris says garlic press. Amy says garlic press. Hey, there's Jethro. He said, repeat, please. Will do. This utensil is designed to efficiently crush part of the alum family. ALLIUM family. Jethro says garlic press. I was just asking everybody if they'd seen you around, Mr. Jethro. Amy says, I want one. Oh, I do too, Amy. These come in handy. As much as I love that stuff, oh yeah. And it is a garlic press, y'all. I would love to have it. I truly would. Let's see what we're doing here. Yeah, that's nice. I want one of them. One of these days, I'm gonna get me one of them.
There you is.
I is. I is. It will mince, mash garlic in a heartbeat. You just put the garlic clove in there and just
They've got them down there at Food Line.
do it.
Yeah.
I didn't know they had one down at Food Line. I didn't have
I'm
one.
pretty sure they do.
I'm gonna get me one. And I don't have to just keep buying jars of minced garlic. Buy me some garlic and press it, and I don't have to chop it myself. Right, on to number 8, the letter H. This kitchen tool used to scoop and drizzle beef spit. What is it? Kathy says she still has an old cast aluminum garlic press. Melinda said, no, 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 don't waste your money. The flat side of the chef's knife, smash and chop, is easier to clean. You can't clean the press all that good. Neil says, honey dipper.
That's what she's got me for.
Amy says, honeycomb. Chris says, honey stick. Oh, he said a Henry stick. Yeah. Chris, I'm saying honey stick, and I know I didn't what you wrote, but yeah, and then I see you say honey after, so yeah. Fish says honey bun. Linda said honey dipstick. Cheryl says honey thing, laugh out loud. Jethro says honey dipper. We all know it's for honey, though, don't we? No matter what it's called, it's for honey.
Rose by any other name.
Technical term, honey dipper. And it is a honey dipper. Or honey stick, honey one, whatever you want to call it.
I ain't going there.
Nobody asked you to, Piggy. Nobody asked you to.
Good thing.
Oh, my.
I'd make some people blood.
On to number 9. I bet a lot of y'all have one of these. Letter I. A multifunctional electric pressure cooker that speeds up cooking times. What is it? And I would like to have one, but I don't really know that I want one.
What's the letter?
I.
Oh, okay. Like anything else, it's going to come with a learning curve.
Chris says Instapot. Neil says Instapot. Amy said Instapot. I found it. Jethro says Instapot. Y'all, my screen keeps jumping on me. Cheryl says best friend. Fish says Instapot. Neil said he uses one all the time. Melinda says Instapot. Nope, don't have one. There are some things I would love to have it for. I truly would. It cooks quicker than a crock pot. Amy says she has one and she loves it. And I've seen people do recipes in them and they look so easy to use. Chicken soup would be awesome. Chicken and dumplings would be awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's basically a set it and forget it thing, like a crock pot, but it don't take near the time.
Pressure.
Yeah, Kathy, that's what my mama did, was use a pressure cooker. She had one similar to what I got, which is the stir type with the one handle. She cooked chickens in that thing.
Basically, that's all it is, a pressure.
Yeah. And of course, as I said, it is an Instapot. And I might one day get me one. Yeah, Teresa, it's much faster. I've seen people set them for 10 and 15 minutes for something that normally take an hour, hour and a half to cook. And wow. Jethro said you can see the name in the picture, so it's an easy question. You can see the name in the picture? I didn't know that. Well, y'all got lucky on that because I couldn't see the name on it. Teresa said, Mama has one. Teresa said, very true, Jethro. All right, on to number 10. Let me pull up my questions. Letter J, a tool designed to make opening stubborn lids faster or easier. What is it? So, a tool designed to make opening stubborn lids easier. What is it?
We got one now.
Yes, we do. Teresa said, yes. Amy says, jar opener. Teresa says, yes. Neil says, jar wrench. Chris says, jar opener. Fish says, jar opener. Jethro said, jar opener? Question mark.
Yeah.
Melinda says, jar opener. Cheryl says, can opener. Teresa says, jar opener.
Not a can opener.
No, it won't open a can, Cheryl. And it starts with the letter J. And I tell you what, if you have problems opening tight things like it, oh yeah, I love it. Yep, that's it, Teresa. It does. It wrenches down on a jar right now in the picture bottom. They showed 10, 15 different types. And I love myself. I've tried several of them. I don't like them because they don't work good. This one and one other kind are the two best I've ever found. They do fish, but I can't get them to work for me that well.
What's that?
Wide rubber bands, and you can even get the wide rubber jar openers, but they don't rip as well for me.
Yeah. Little thing like that, it will dig in. It ain't coming loose until you let it loose.
Yeah, it's got little metal teeth in it that rips into the lid a little bit. And I've got a jar opener that I have had for well over 40 years. And
I'd have to do a little work to it to make it work.
I mean, it'll still work. It's just it slips sometimes because it's old and worn.
That's why I said I'd have to do a little work to it to make it work.
I'm thinking it's probably as old as Piggy because my stepdad had it well before he ever met my mom, and it belonged to his first wife who passed away in the early 70s. So
that's a lot of years of use.
Yeah. Oh, Melinda, you would love it. Believe me, you would love them. This kind right here is the best that I have found. All right, Chris. We'll see you when you get back, hon. But it is a jar opener, and like I said, this particular type right here that's in this picture is probably one of the best that I have ever seen. Easy to use, and they're not that expensive. I think I paid maybe $10 or less for the one we've got.
Yeah.
That's right, Neil. Call the fire department. I'm Jethro. He's on fire tonight.
It's not absolutely perfect. You still have to work with it a little bit. But once you get used to it and how it does just fine.
Oh, it does. You got that blue handle one there on your desk, Piggy, or is it
Blue handle.
the old one I was talking about? It's back
They
there.
get back
Okay.
in there.
It's in the kitchen.
I think.
Yeah.
I don't think it's up here.
I think I took it back to the kitchen.
I get them one guy.
You can do that too. I've used butter knives. I've used pretty much anything I could think of to open jars. Let's see, this is the other one that I've got.
That's the old one.
This is the one that's probably about 60 years old.
Old as me.
Yeah. And my stepdad had this one when he met my mom. When they got married in 1977. His first wife passed away in the early 70s, I think around 71 or 72, and she had had it for several years. So this one worked. This is the one I've used up until I bought that new one because this is what worked for me. What you do is you've got holes in it. You see those holes, and you've got a little demiflecci right there that when you press up, it goes into the hole. And you can see it will do a large lid down to a very.
The problem is that little divot that goes up into the holes.
Yeah.
It's pressed a little forward and worn a little bit. I'd have to pull it up and fix that up a little bit.
Yeah.
To get it to go in the hole better in the hole.
See that's worn. I do mean it is worn. But almost 60 years of wear and tear. Yeah. That's the one I like.
Yeah, back when they made them to last a long time.
And my mama used it. That's the only thing she'd use to open her jars because she couldn't turn them either. Yeah, it's simple designs. I love the simple designs on it. And like I said, it doesn't matter if it's a Coke bottle that you can't get undone or, a 1 gallon jar or 1 gallon jug that you can't get the lid open. It will open from the smallest to the largest lid. But it's been used so much over the years, it's worn down. And I would love to be able to get another one like this one because, I can use it no problem. But that other one I got works great too.
I might one day need to just take it if I can't put that up, go around with it and get it to work right.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I think this right here, the little tab, I think you've already not pulled it because it used to didn't come all the way out. It used to just.
Well, I can still get to that little tab.
Yeah.
That little tab is what is the whole trick.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, I love them. And if y'all can get one like either this one or the one we just showed in the picture, then you shouldn't have any problems with it. Let's see. We are on to the letter K, number 11, y'all. You'll probably be able to read what it says. A stand mixer used for baking and cooking, whipping cream, mixing dough, and making pasta. What is it? So what kind of stand mixer is it? And you'll probably be able to read it on there. Casey said, I don't have one of those either. I love them. Casey said, these are brand names like that loud. This one is, yes. It was one of the few answers for K for the kitchen, so this is what I used. Amy says KitchenAid. Teresa says stand mixer, KitchenAid mixer. Fish says KitchenAid. Belinda says KitchenAid mixer. Chris says mixer. Jethro says KitchenAid mixer. As long as you got one, that's all that matters. I have a KitchenAid. I have the KitchenAid Pro that lifts up and down. I love it, but they're not as good as everybody says they are. I'd much rather have a Bosch.
They're not as good as they used to be.
Now, KitchenAid used to be great. And this is, of course, a KitchenAid mixer. But yeah, I recommend if anybody wants a mixer for a lot of baking and whipping and things like that, invest in a Bosch. I love Bosch. And it's BOSCH mixer.
Bosch makes a lot of good tools.
Yeah, but their kitchen mixers, oh man. Yeah, Teresa, there are such things as kitchen shears. Like I said, they didn't really have a long list of things to choose from. Yeah, Jethro, you can. Oh, Melinda, you ain't just whistling Dixie there. He's one of the best out there. He truly is.
What?
Abbott being a good man.
Abbott is a good man.
He is. Teresa says, I don't have a Bosch mixer either. I don't either, Teresa. I can't afford them. As expensive as the KitchenAids are, double the price, and you've got the price of a Bosch. Oh, yeah. Making up bread dough in my KitchenAid, I can't do it without it. I have to use the KitchenAid for the bread dough when I make it. But I looked up the Bosch, and like I said, that thing, I fell in love with it when I saw it. I didn't fall in love with the price of it, but I fell in love with the Bosch. Big difference. Big difference. All right, we are on to number 12, letter L.
Letter L.
Amy says, Viva Home, Viva Home. Letter L. A utensil designed to extract juice from citrus fruits. What is it?
You said something. Oh.
It's called a Viva Home, VIVO Home. That's what Amy got. Is a Viva Home.
Slow down.
Amy said hers is a Vivo Home, VIVO Home.
Vivo.
Vivo Home, yeah.
That's the name I've been seeing coming up pretty popular here lately. Make a lot of different things.
I don't know why they don't, Katie. Amy says lemon juicer. Chris says lemon zester. Neil says lemon press. Fish says lemon squeezer. Melinda said lemon juicer or citrus squeezer. Cheryl says lemon squeezer. Teresa says lemon juicer. Jethro says lemon juicer. All right. It is called a lemon squeezer. A lemon juicer is like a bowl with a little cone on it, shaped like a inverted lemon, whatever, that you put the lemon half down on and twist it. That is a lemon squeezer. Not a squeezer, but a lemon juicer. There is something called a lemon reamer. It is something that you hold in your hand with that little conical thing. You stick it into and you work it back and forth, and you ream out the lemon to get the juice. This is a squeezer because you put the lemon inside it and you press it and it squeezes the juice out of the lemon. That's the differences between the squeezer, juicer, and reamer. This is not a zester. A zester takes the outer skin out. So it's not a zester. That's it right there, Kathy. That's what a juicer is. Yes. Yes, you did, Melinda. You got it all in there. Mo versus lemon juicer. Yep. It technically a squeezer, but it juices the lemons. So she's back. Dee took her phone. Oh, man. Youngins are something else. I don't know what's going on. Every time I come back, I have to hit that little button. Okay. Since that was L, this puts us onto letter M. M. This kitchen tool is designed to break down muscle fibers and connective tissues. What is it? Let's see. Let's see where I am. Okay. Melinda says meat mallet. Neil says meat tenderizer. Chris says meat hammer tenderizer. Fish says meat mallet. Shaw said tenderizer. Jethro says meat mallet. Mama Bear says meat tenderizer. Teresa says meat tenderizer. Melinda said stress reliever. Teresa's got the best answer yet, y'all. Man beater. Aggie says meat tenderizer. Teresa's laughing over here. Well, Kathy, that's what I was telling everybody earlier. I did not have a trivia question for the letter X.
She does, but she said y'all wouldn't be able to pronounce it.
Yeah, that's what I said. There was only one that popped up. It's called a Jingping knife. And I don't know if any of y'all have ever heard of a Jingping knife. Oh, I understand, Tracy. I would never hit Piggy either. That's something I don't agree with right there. I'm one of these people. I feel like a man shouldn't hit a woman and a woman shouldn't hit a man. And if a woman steps into a place to hit a man, then she deserves what she gets. Sorry, but not sorry.
That's it. What my corporal said one night to a woman. She stepped up to him like a man and hit him like a man, and he told her, he said, "You hit me like a man, so I'm gonna hit you like a man." Laid her out.
But everybody, it is a meat tenderizer. It's got, most of these have two different sides. One has the tenderizer side, one has the flat side for flattening the meats. But this particular one, because it has the little studs on it to go through the meat, break down the connective tissues and the muscle fibers, is the meat tenderizer. Tracy said, "Amen, Mama Bear." Neil.
Mama Bear said.
I think she said Neil.
Yeah.
And then gave a smiley face. Mona said, "Yes, ma'am. Sorry, not sorry. That's it." Jennifer said, "If I was married and he'd push my buttons, I would fight back." Hey, Jethro, I ain't saying I ain't going to fight back. If somebody lays into me, I'm going to lay right back into them, whether it's verbally and or physically. I'm not a punching bag, but I don't fight fair either. I'll tell anybody I don't fight fair. You come at me, you're going to get what I got. If it's my pocketbook, if it's frying pan, a stir pot, whatever. If I throw a can of corn at you, I'm going to knock you out one way or another. So, listen, nope, just better walk away.
She might not get the better part of you, but you'll guaranteed to know that she was there.
Yeah. As far as just walking away, Melinda, 90%, 99% of the time I will. But if somebody persists in pushing my buttons, I give as good as I get, and sometimes better.
I just say this: it's best not to mess with something you don't know what's up.
Yeah. I mean, I've had.
It's the old rule of do not underestimate.
Mhm. My mom was in the hospital in Birmingham, and she'd been transferred there. And I take into account, this is something I don't talk about a lot, but we had lived in Kentucky, then moved back to Alabama. And once we moved back, I was always taking her to visit everybody in the family, which was close by. They never came to see her. And waited till she was in the hospital to come see her. Well, she's put in Birmingham, and I said, no. I said, no. If you can't come see her at home, you don't need to come see her in the hospital. One of my mom's sisters and her brother had me backed into the corner in the waiting room. And you do not back somebody into a corner because they will come out fighting. And I let them both have it. Told me it'd be a cold day, and each double hockey sticks before I ever brought my mama to see them again. If they wanted to see her, they'd have to come visit her. If they wanted to talk to her, they'd have to come talk to her because she wouldn't call on them no more until she was better enough, because I wouldn't dial the number for her. And since I was the one driving the vehicle, I wasn't driving her nowhere to see them. And said a few other choice words about it to them. Let's just put it this way, I was not a very polite person, and I can't say what I told them on here. I'd get banned. But my uncle's wife called me, talked to me later, and asked me what all it was about. And I explained to her what started it, what caused it. And she said, well, you know, you had your uncle crying on the way home. I said, well, good, he deserves to. I said, maybe it'll open his eyes to see that Mama's the only one contacting everybody, going to see everybody. Nobody calls her. Nobody comes to see her. If she wants to keep in touch with them, she has to keep in touch with them. Nobody keeps in touch with her. Things changed after that. When she got home from the hospital, he started calling her every week to check on her. And he would come up and check on her every now and then. Once he and I got back to talking.
No, I'll just say this. I saw her once get a hold of somebody. Somebody coming after me because somebody complained to them that I said something to them. And they called me up on FaceTime. She went straight into Badger. I said, wait a minute, hold up. When did this happen? I ain't talked to this person a year and a half, 2 years. When was I supposed to have said it? Well, Lenny got in on it. Well, then the woman told me I needed to tell my wife she needed to shut up and butt out. Yeah. Oh, crap.
When I was younger, everybody really helped, but now I know. What is it now? Say hello to Mr. Smith and Mr. West. Yeah, that would be the Wessel, yeah. Yeah, now, that's me, Tracy. You can decide to make whatever you want to say to me all day long. I don't care. You can call me whatever you want to call me. But when it starts affecting my mom, affecting my husband, if you're saying something about them, then I don't have a filter. His mama found that out.
Boy, I saw that in her that day.
Oh, yeah, Kathy. I found that out, too. I don't like to physically fight. I will if I have to. But I can put you in your place with the words. I've done it more than once to a lot of different people. My cousin, her thing at the time. I put his mama in her place. I put my aunt and uncle in their places. And they learned I'm not a kid to be pushed over. They've seen you. Well, most of mine had saw me as a kid. Like my aunts and uncles, they continue to still see me as a kid, even though I'm 50-something years old. And you have to make them realize sometimes I'm not a kid anymore. I'm a grown adult with a life of my own.
Yeah.
But let's get back up on topic and get this trivia done. We're going on 8:30, and I ain't even halfway. Well, I just got through halfway through. All right. Letter N, number 14. This tool is specifically designed to crack open hard nutshells. What is it called? Yeah, Amy, I know a lot of people that do that. My cousin threatened to do that to my aunt and uncle, so that's why my aunt and uncle would always capitulate.
That is a tool that all men fear.
I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't have much use for people who weaponize their children against other family.
Right.
Teresa says nutcracker, nutpick. Cheryl says nutcracker. Yeah, Amy, that's where they think they can hit you and hurt you the most. That's my aunt and uncle. Uh, they love their grandkids, and my cousin would always threaten to keep her kids away from them and not let them have anything to do with them. That's why I said I don't have any use for people that weaponize their kids against family.
Ain't good, that's for sure.
Because even though the kid, if the parents do that, the kids can wind up growing up to hate the parents, especially if they've had a good relationship with their grandparents. I know a lot of states now have what they call grandparents' rights, uh, where if the grandparents want to have that relationship with or continue that relationship with their grandkids, they can get
Yeah, that gets
rights.
abused now too, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, Kathy. The whole set was that little round uh, bowl-like thing that looked like a piece of tree bark on the outside and shined up.
Yeah, I like those things.
Mm-hmm. But this is a nutcracker with nut picks. Love these things. Wouldn't mind having a set of those.
If you can afford the nuts.
Yeah. Tracy says she has a square one. Yep. Excuse me, y'all. I'm belting.
Better out than in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Chris, it was a wooden bowl. All of them I ever saw, it didn't matter whose house I went to, if they had that nutcracker set like that, it was always a round wooden bowl like thing. It looked like tree bark on the outside, and it was kind of dipped in for the nuts to sit in. Then it had little holes in it for the nutcracker and little picks to sit in. And I loved it. I thought it was neat. The only reason we ever had any nuts to eat like that is because we had pecan trees, and my granny would all go out there and pick up the pecans off the ground. Nowadays, it's cheaper to buy them already in a little bag than it is to buy the whole ones, especially when you're paying for them by the pound.
Yeah.
All right, we're on letter M, which is okay, y'all. I got them out of order again. This is letter M. It should have been 13. That other was 14, so I'm backwards. I missed one. I knew I was going to do it. No, it ain't. This is O. Y'all, I can't think of what I'm doing because M was meat tenderizer. This is letter O. This kitchen essential keeps your hands from getting burnt, whether grabbing a hot pan or baking dish. What is it? This is number 15.
I know what that one is. I know y'all do.
Teresa says oven mitt. Amy says mints. Because during the holidays, my dad would have a nut bowl out and fruit basket. Oh, yeah. I love the fruit baskets. Amy says mitts from Jethro. Chris says mitt. Melinda said oven mitts. Mama Bear said mitt. Teresa said oven mitt. Yeah. Cheryl said love those oven mitts. I like those, man. They come up to the elbow. And these are oven mitts, by the way. Oven mitts. Fish said oven mitts. And Tracy said oven mitt. Yeah, Tracy had said oven before, so I knew she was going for oven mitt. But yeah, I like the color of those, and I like the style of those. That's okay. I knew where y'all were going with all that. That's my thought for getting mixed up anyway. Yeah, they are oven mitts. That's something I ever use oven mitts for. Really, is getting stuff out of the oven. I use a hot pad sometimes for a skillet, but oven mitts is what that is. We are on to letter P, y'all. P.
Yeah, I just went and did that a minute ago.
Letter P. This kitchen tool is used in baking and pastry making to cut, shape, or mold dough. What is it?
You bookmark it down. Rachel!
Hi, Rachel. Welcome in. I see you got the name change. You got the new channel up. And for those of y'all who do not know who Junebug Mercantile was, if you know who Brazos Valley Soaps was, that is Rachel. This is her new channel, Junebug Mercantile.
She went from working harder to working easier and possibly making more money at it.
I don't know, just working any easier because that looks like hard stuff to me.
It's tedious.
Yeah.
And more focused.
Yeah.
But she loves it. She didn't love making the soap so much. I mean, she could do it well.
Yeah. Okay, let's see.
She said, I'm going more for sure.
My comments scrolled all the way up, so I'm going to go up.
Said, oop, pastry cutter. All there said cutter of some sort. Melinda said pastry cutter, pizza wheel, and crib.
Teresa says I'm going to have to start getting those big long ones. I'm tired of burning my hands. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mom used 7 minutes to take off fish from fishing. Hey, I do that too. I don't touch them. Teresa says pastry cutter. Yes, I am feeling much better, Rachel. Thank you for asking. 7 minutes all the way to the armpits. You better believe it, Melinda. Amy said pastry cutter, pizza cutter from fish. Oh, and this one, I can understand that, yeah. Jean Rachel says I always called them a pastry wheel. Tracy said pastry wheels are small. If you use a pastry wheel on a pizza, it'd have to hurt you. Jethro says pastry wheel. And the technical name for this little doodad here is called a pastry wheel. It will cut pastry, but it is called a pastry wheel. And it's not as big as it looks, y'all.
It's not.
Now, these little wheel doodads on here are maybe just slightly bigger than a quarter. They're not very big at all. So it's not a pizza cutter at all. Okay, let me get this right here off the screen. Yeah, I've never seen the dual wheel one before. I've only ever seen the single wheel. Thought that was neat. Okay. Let's see if we know what this is.
Oh, no.
This is letter Q, number 17, letter Q. Answer will start with the letter Q. These are specially designed straight-sided pans for making this popular egg dish. What is it?
That's an egg dish.
Rachel, it should be pretty easy to clean. Really, I mean,
That's it. What I'm sitting here thinking. How easy is that going to be to clean?
I,
How easy is that going to be to get out?
I think she's talking about the old dual-headed pastry duplicate.
Shouldn't be that hard.
Should be that, yeah,
Especially if you got a good powerful sprayer.
yeah.
And the trick is rinse it real good after you use it.
Yeah.
That way the food stuff is still fresh on it when you go to get it off. That way later when you go to actually wash, all you're doing is basically rinsing it off with hot soapy water and rinse water.
Yeah. Jethro says quiche pan. Rachel says quiche pan. Teresa says quiche pan. Christine said Q pan. Amy said quiche pan.
That's what I do on a lot of stuff here. Is I'll pre-wash it. Like when she's cooking, we'll do a video. I go ahead and rinse stuff off, or I go ahead and wash it right then. That way, stuff ain't got time to stick and get hard.
Rachel says my dad makes the best quiche I've ever had. Fish says quiche pan. Rachel says power wash that. Power wash that sucker. That's right. Rachel says, oh my.
She uses hers for chats or cheesecakes.
Yeah.
I'm assuming she makes papers.
Oh my, you don't wash them. I'm not. No, the quiche pan. I don't. Well, I mean, Piggy washes everything, but the cast iron skillet, and I'm the one that has to do that.
Yeah, I don't mess with her cast iron.
Melinda says, what? Oh,
That's about like a man going into a woman's purse. No man's land. You don't go there.
this is what? Oh, quiche pan, but I use it for cast or cheesecakes. Yeah, it can be used for a lot of things.
It's metal.
Yeah, Rachel said.
You cook.
Rachel said I was thinking tart pan at first until she said it started with a Q. So James' roommates put his cast iron in the. Oh!
Do what?
James's roommates put his cast iron in the dishwasher. So I about had a heart attack. I would have had a heart attack.
Did he spend some time in the hospital?
Teresa said the pastry cutter you do not wash, just like you do not wash a sifter or flour sifter.
I know if I did that to hers, if I had a dishwasher, I'd probably spend some time in the hospital. Or worse, had to put up with her anger towards me for a while.
Yeah, these quiche pans are slightly larger than tart pans. The bottom of this lifts out just like a tart pan does. But these have, it's not quite as, let me take this picture down and I'll try to explain this. A tart pan kind of goes like this on the sides a little bit. They're about, yay deep. And they kind of flare out on the sides a little bit. Where a quiche pan is straight up and down like this. And it's probably about that deep. So a little bit difference, but they both have a bottom that, if you remove it, just like you would from a springform pan. I'd never heard of a quiche pan until I was looking this up, and I pulled up the information on it, and I thought, shoot, that's nice. I wouldn't mind having that. Yep, Rachel, they are, yeah. Yeah, no, there are some of the quiche pans that do not have a removable bottom. They tend to be the ceramic ones and some metal ones. But a lot of them that I saw that were metal had the removable bottom where you just take and you push it up through that ring. And then you can set the quiche down on something else and take the ring and put it somewhere else and put it. This guy came to refill my propane a while back, found a leak, and had to cut the gas off, then relight my pallets. I had a cast iron skillet on the stove, and he put it in the sink. Ooh, Ooh, you don't mess with a woman's cast iron. Don't people know this?
The way you hurt. I know that.
We are on the letter R, number 18. This is a cylindrical kitchen utensil used primarily for flattening and shaping dough for various baked goods. It also works well to knock somebody upside the head if they bother you. What is it? Pastry girls at Frank. It's a pie crust costs for raw eggs. Yeah, and I've got your pie crust recipe around here somewhere, Rachel. Teresa says rolling pin. Rachel says rolling pin. Fish says rolling pin. Chris says rolling pin. Amy says rolling pin. Christine says rolling pin.
Andrew said that's an attitude adjuster.
Mama Bear says rolling pin. Jetro says rolling pin. Yeah, Rachel said I was just going to say doubles as a weapon. That's it. I got 3 of them, y'all. I got one that looks similar to the one on screen. I've got one 12-inch one and one 18-inch
one small one.
That's the little 12-inch one.
That she can swing just fine.
Yeah. And I got the 18-inch one, and they are actual pastry rolling pins that I won from Kettle Kitchen on his giveaways for his middle Novembers. I have not, Rachel. I really need to. I've got to where I don't eat a lot of sweets anymore. The last 2 sweets that I made that birthday cake for myself, and I think I ate 2, maybe 3 little pieces of it, and Piggy ate the rest of that blueberry lemon icebox pie that I made. I ate 2 pieces of it, and Piggy ate the rest.
What's sad is I'm getting to where I don't eat that much either. I'll finish stuff off, but sometimes I just can't.
And of course, this is a rolling pin. We all know it's a rolling pin. No roller, but it's a rolling pin. Rolling pin. Yeah, I got to get to where I can read the comments. I'm lost here. Okay. I've got one that's dual ended for rolling pie dough.
Yep, somebody gonna get hit with that road. Probably.
Thank you, Rachel. You were in here last week. You told me happy birthday. I think you were in here last week. I'm pretty sure you were.
Made almost like the Flintstone tires.
Yeah.
You talking about a marble one?
I used to have a marble rolling pin. It had a little wooden rest that it sat on. I gave it to a friend of mine because I never used it. Oh, I feel for you, Rachel. Prayers up for you, hon. She said, I don't remember, to be honest. She's basically fighting a bladder infection and a UTI. She's been absolutely miserable.
Cranberry juice and beer.
Yeah, cold marble is probably the best thing for dough that you can use. Yeah. Set that marble rolling pin in the refrigerator or freezer before you use it. Oh, man. One of the best things you can use on dough. But before I gave it away, I never used it. Never once did I use it in the 10 years I had it.
Well, let's see about getting you another.
Cranberry. She's been taking cranberry sauce. They gave her for strong antibiotics too. Natural antibiotic. Don't know if y'all know this. I'm not a professional doctor or anything like this, but I do know that there is something you can take out there. You can take it 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, and it works great. And it helps any inflammation, and it helps as a natural antibiotic. It is called wild oregano oil. little gel caplets with black seed oil. To take the oregano oil caplets, you need to have it cut with another type of oil. Best oil is black seed oil, because both are good for you. Piggy and I have been taking them now for about 2 months, and I have seen a big difference in my stomach. I've not been having near as much acid reflux. Uh, I've had I've had some infections that have cleared up. Um, so if you want to check into them, check out and see what they can do for you. Whatever. I got
Natural
mine.
local honey is also another good antibiotic.
Yeah. I got mine off of Amazon. So if you want to check out Amazon for wild oregano oil and black seed oil caplets, uh, that would that's something to check into. I'm not advocating anybody take them. I'm just saying they work for me, and I'm not a medical doctor, but anybody that's interested. All right, Chris, you have a good evening, and we'll keep Alice in your prayers, hon.
See you, Chris.
But yeah, I'd say just check into it. Anything natural beats man-made any day.
Yep.
Yeah, Rachel, I was having severe mental fog. Piggy can tell you it was everything I could do to function. And I started taking those oregano oil pills, and my mental fog has pretty much gone away. It's a lot of water. All right, we're on to number 19, the letter S. This utensil is designed specifically for serving and cooking pasta. What is it called? Yeah, Rachel, I don't mind telling anybody about what we're taking, because we take, vitamins and herbs that we know are working, and everything that we take pretty much is all natural. I cannot handle taking prescription medication because it messes me up every time. Rachel said pasta scoop. Teresa said pasta server. Jethro said I use it for spaghetti. Amy says spaghetti scoop. Fish says spaghetti drainer. Yeah, mullein is good too, but it's better for your lungs, especially if you're a smoker. It helps bring up all that nastiness out of your lungs. Jethro says pasta server. Mama Bear says spoodle, pasta spoon. Yeah, I understand. UTIs are infections are nothing to play around with. Linda says spaghetti fork scooper. Technical term for this little doodad in the picture: spaghetti spoon. It can be utilized for all types of pasta, but it is referred to as a spaghetti spoon. And I think I've got a metal one and a plastic one. I feel for you. I feel for you, Rachel. Kidney stones, kidney infection ain't nothing to play around with. This is a spaghetti spoon.
I bet it has been.
Yeah, Rachel, I've got a metal one in there.
Metal what?
Spaghetti spoon. Like that black one that's on there.
Yeah.
I've got a black one, just like there's on there, and then I've got a metal one, just like that.
That's from way back in the day before blacks became real popular.
Yeah, I've had that metal one now for about 25 years, at least. I bought it when I lived in Kentucky, and I moved from Kentucky in 2002. So I've had it since before 2002.
So it's almost as old as you are, Rachel.
Number 20, and then I'll have to put the last ones on my screen. So this is number 20. Letter T. T is in Tom. T is in toy. Letter T. This conical shaped pot makes a uniquely moist, hot environment for the dish being cooked. What is it called? What is this pot called? Hey, Avid, welcome in.
Avid.
Your ears must have been burning. We were talking about you earlier. Rachel said, I've never seen that contraption. I will give y'all a hint.
I ain't either.
It is a Middle Eastern pot, partially typical to Morocco. This is used a lot in Moroccan cooking, but it is a Middle Eastern cooking pot.
Well, Bronco's Middle Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right.
Miss Rita, hello, welcome back in, my darling.
Rita.
She said, I have no idea what that is. Evan said, Piggy's pot. I would love to have one of these, to be honest. Mama Bear says, teapot. Amy says, teapot.
Aladdin's lamp.
Nancy said, I think it's Asian. I've only ever seen it. I mean, it could be used in Asian cooking, but I've only ever seen it used in Middle Eastern cooking and Moroccan cooking, so I don't know. Rachel said, okay, then my guess is Middle Eastern cooking pot. It is called a tagine, T-A-J-I-N, tagine. Or T-A-G-I-N-E, excuse me. I'm thinking of tahine, but it's tagine. It's T-A-G-I-N-E. And yeah, it is a tagine, and a lot of times the meals that they cook in it is called like chicken tagine, lamb tagine, things like that, because of the cooking method in the tagine. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Melinda. I think my screen where everybody was commenting went on up and it went past it and I didn't see it. I apologize. Yeah, you did spell it. You did put it in there, Miss Melinda.
Melinda got it right.
Yeah.
Amy said, never seen it.
Yeah.
Don't feel like a lonesome stranger, Amy. I've never seen it either.
Fish says new to her. Rita said they don't use that stuff in her hillbilly cooking. I would love to, because what you do is you put your meal in it, put the top on it, and you put it in the oven and you bake it. It is, it's like putting it in basically a Dutch oven. It's like a Middle Eastern Dutch oven.
So does that look smaller than what it's pictured? It looks small.
It's about this high, Piggy, and about this big around.
So they've got it pictured smaller than what it is.
Yeah, it looks small, but it's actually a pretty good size. It is for cooking like let me get this off screen and we'll go into this. Chicken dishes, you put chicken and the vegetables and the sauces in it, mix it up, and you basically cook it in the tagine. And what it does, it cooks it like a Dutch oven would cook a meal. It's the same principle, just different parts of the country.
Different style of pot.
Yeah, different style of pot. So if you've ever heard of the term chicken tagine, that's what it's referring to, a chicken dish cooked in a tagine. If you've heard of lamb tagine, same difference. Anything with tagine after it, it is just simply that type of dish cooked in that pot. It can be, yeah, you can put a whole chicken in. It's big enough for one. Not big enough for a big piggy, but it is big enough for a whole chicken.
Whole thing is, he cut me down until he cooked different parts of me at different times.
Yeah. All right, Rachel. Y'all have a good evening. Tell James we said hi.
See you, Rachel.
Yeah, Miss Rita, it is bigger than it looks. It's good size. Actually, they come in different sizes. You can buy them. I mean, you have some that might be like a 12-inch base, and some up to a 14 to a 20-inch base, just depending on the size of meal you're cooking. It's they're different sizes. I've got one on my wish list on Amazon, and I think I've got the 12 or 14-inch one on my wish list. But yeah, it's the meals that's cooked in them. They look amazing. All right, now we've got to pull up number 21. I can find it here. It'll take just a minute on this. This is number 21, letter U. Chris says, don't have one of those either. Letter U. This is a kitchen accessory designed to keep kitchen tools like spoons, knives, and forks organized and easily accessible. What is it called? We were just talking about what a wonderful person you are, Abby. And you truly are.
Imagine that.
It was all good, nothing bad. Miss Teresa says utensil holder. Mama Bear says utensil holder. Fish says utility caddy. Melinda said utensil bucket. Jethro says utensil holder. Miss Rita said utensil arm.
That'd be pretty accurate.
Amy says utensil holder. Rabbit says catch all.
Ours is an old coffee can.
Well, I've got
Plastic coffee can.
I've got 3 that I keep stuff in. One is a little black one that I've got my what they call spirals in.
Yeah.
Then I've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-section plastic tiered one that I've got stuff in. Then I've got my no, it's a metal coffee can, Piggy. That I've got
Is
in
it a metal one?
Mm-hmm.
Got all her spreaders in.
Yeah. Well, that one is plastic. I've got a metal one there. It's got all my spoons and spatulas and stuff in it. That's up on that gray cabinet.
Got all the older stuff.
Yeah. Yep, I did say U, letter U. And it is a, excuse me, y'all, a utensil holder. Now, my catch-all is one of my kitchen drawers in there. We're almost at. Now, I'm running into it. I'm going to be going over 9 o'clock tonight, y'all. That's for sure. Now, here we go. Number 22. Number 22 is letter V as in Victor. V as in Victor. Number 22. This kitchen appliance is designed to remove air from bags or containers before sealing them shut. What is it? Oh, we've got a lot of them on it tonight to do that. Miss Rita says vacuum sealer. Teresa said vacuum sealer. Amy says vacuum sealer. Mama Bear says vacuum sealer. Abbott says vacuum sealer. Fish says vacuum sealer. Linda said, oh, I ain't got one of those. I tell you what, I love mine.
Thanks to a good friend.
Yep.
And to that good friend, yes, she absolutely does love that
Abbott said, that's good for Piggy, laugh out loud.
thing.
Jethro says vacuum sealer. He says, I need one of them. This is works great. Yeah, mine does. I love mine. I do. When I use it, it gets a workout. That's for sure.
That it do.
Reason I misspelled it with a lot of extra letters. It is a vacuum sealer for sure. There we go. I want to get the attachment for mine to do the jars. Because I can always put my pintos and stuff in a jar and just vacuum seal them and have that. And I'm talking about my dry pintos, y'all. You can do that with all sorts of stuff. Flour, rice, pasta. I really want to do that. Jethro says he is on fire tonight. Y'all call the fire department if y'all live near Jethro. He's on fire. Sorry about that, y'all. I was trying to delete it.
It didn't want to delete.
No, I wanted to go look up on here. Oh, yeah, Miss Rita, it is. It's probably one of the best items for a prepper, that's for sure. And said he calls his the piggy sealer. Oh, man.
Sorry, y'all, but better out than in.
Number 23, letter W.
And it don't stand for whiskey or women.
This is a deep, round-bottom cooking pan of Chinese origin. What is it called?
I know what that is.
I don't know what it is.
You got one.
Yes, I do. Rita says walk. Amy says walk. Jeffrey says walk. Melinda says
walk this way.
Teresa
Walk
says walk.
this way.
Teresa says walk. Evan says whack a piggy, laugh out loud. Evan says walk. Fish says walk. I love my walk. I do. Mine's got the bamboo lid and the little bitty stir paddle thing that goes with it. I love it. And it's also got a little bag I keep it in to keep it clean. All right, Mama Bear, you have a good evening, darling.
See you, Mama Bear. You take care.
And as everybody said, it is a wok. We know it's a wok. And it's great to cook a lot of different dishes in. It really is. And mine is cast iron, so I guess I got an extra cast iron skillet. It's just not as heavy as a skillet. All right, there is no letter X in tonight.
There is, but there ain't.
Yeah. Melinda says round helmet for Piggy, so Avid won't whack him in the head.
Wouldn't do me no good. He'd just catch me and take it out. And he'd be smiling and laughing gleefully as he did.
It was a long day at work. I remember them days, Ivan. Ooh, that's rough stuff. Yeah. It's like I said, the only letter X I could find, it was called a Jingping knife. If y'all know what a Jingping knife is, more power to you because I didn't. It's thundering, y'all.
There's bowling going up in the skies.
Yeah. Uh, and since that was the only one that was an actual X utensil was the Jingping knife, I wouldn't put it on there because I just no.
I told her she ought to give you a hard time.
Ms. Rita said we would have all known that. Not. So we're going to number 25 is, I've got it listed 24, but it's technically number 25, which is the letter Y. Oh, man. Linda said, I know that knife. You would have got that one right then, Melinda, if I put it up there, but I'd never heard of it. I didn't know if anybody else had ever heard of it. It's the only thing I could find. And
She was being nice, yeah. I told her she ought to put it up there anyway.
yeah, I just kind of stand by one. So the letter Y, this item is essentially a slow cooker that cooks milk at a low temperature once it has been appropriately prepared. What is it called? I do not have one of these. I have never used one of these. Oh, wow. I'm not getting answers on this one. Ms. Rita said yogurt maker. Teresa says yogurt maker. Amy says yogurt maker, yogurt thingy. Fish says yogurt maker.
That might not be a bad thing to have.
Evan says yogurt maker. I can't eat yogurt because of the milk.
That's right.
I'd have to get it just for you.
Never mind.
Jetro says yogurt maker. I thought at one time about.
I'm not big on yogurt anyhow.
Yeah. Linda said you stumped me on that one too. All right, Teresa, you have a great evening, darling.
See you, Teresa J.
Jetro says he loves yogurt.
Well, then get you one and make some.
Yeah, make you some homemade yogurt. Then you can show us a video on you making homemade yogurt. This is a yogurt maker. I thought it might stump people. Nope, man, y'all popping them answers out right quick on that one. Okay. So maybe this is just something I'd never done.
I'd say that's the case.
Yeah. One last question for tonight. We are looking into the letter Z, as in zebra. I just got to find it and put it up here. All right. As soon as it gets through processing. Y'all, this thing won't let me put 20 pictures on it, so then when I get to 21, I have to go through and pick up off my computer. Letter Z. A utensil designed for removing the outer layer of citrus fruits. What is it? Linda said zebra. Amy says zester. Rita said zester. Linda says zester. Victor, Avid, and Fish all say zester. I hope you had a good evening with your family, Miss Rita. Spending time with family is a good thing if you've got family you want to spend time with. Avid said, Piggy's hair remover. More like his foot scraper.
Yeah.
My zester don't look like that. Yeah, that is a zester, of course. But mine don't look like that. Mine, you hook over your fingers and you can use it with one hand. I celebrated with birthday cake. Birthday cake's always good. Unless it's chocolate. No, I can't eat it. Piggy definitely can't eat it.
I could, but be the last time.
You ain't getting no chocolate. All right, y'all. That is a zester. So we are through the alphabet tonight. I don't know yet if we are going out Saturday or Sunday for Piggy's birthday of next week. This depends. If we go out on Saturday, I don't know if I'll do a live stream that night or not because I'm not going to rush to get home. I want us to enjoy our day. I want him to enjoy his birthday, which is Sunday.
We go out early enough, we can be back at the same time.
Said, I was on fire tonight. Ditto loves birthday cake ice cream. More power to you. Yeah, family celebrations are great. And like I said, Piggy and I. Oh, no, Amy, no. If it ever gets used, if we ever buy one like that, it gets used on the feet, it's staying in the bathroom. It don't get back in my kitchen.
No, that wouldn't happen.
No. Anything that originates in my kitchen that gets used on anything outside of the kitchen does not come back.
Being used in the kitchen.
It does not ever go back into my kitchen. It gets put in the tool drawer or the toolbox, or it gets put in the room it is specifically used in, such as bathroom or as a tool in the room in there to clean stuff, or everything that goes in the tool drawer. It don't
anything but kitchen.
Yep. But yeah, we will be live tomorrow night on Piggy's channel at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And, oh, yeah. For those. So, I know we'll be live tomorrow night. And then next week, like I said, just depends on how things go. I will have probably something ready to go Saturday night, just in case we go out Saturday. If we go out, we're going to try to go out early enough for we can be back in time for the live stream. But I'm not rushing. It's, we'll be celebrating Piggy's birthday, and to me, that's something he deserves to have celebrated. He's turning 60 years old this year, and that to me, that's a milestone. All right, Melinda, you have a good evening. Well, it's good having you in here, Miss Amy.
And appreciate Miss Fish Jenkins being in here.
Yeah, welcome in, Fish, and thank you so much for joining us this evening. I hope you had a good evening. And everybody, y'all know we love you. We thank the world of you. I will do my best. I'll probably do restaurants next week if I'm live. Alphabet of restaurants. So we may or may not have pictures, but we will have the alphabet.
According to some sources, there's about 15 of them out there that's going to be going the way of the dodo.
Oh, yeah. I've been seeing that too. I'm glad you got to make it back with us for the last few too, Miss Rita. But as I've always said, family comes first in all things. And when you have an opportunity to spend time with family, go for it. Because I will be here on a rerun. Obviously, going to have a bowl of watermelon, banana, strawberries, and I don't know if it's MD blueberries or no blueberries. A is Applebee's. Yeah, that's what Melinda says.
I agree. Yeah.
All right. Y'all have a great evening. We love you. Have a good weekend. Bye, y'all.